So according to Alan St. John and Anissa G. Ramirez, who are contributors to Time.com, state that a football shape is called a prolate spheroid, and it's shaped like this because the first footballs that were ever used were made of inflated pig bladders, so that's why it has this odd shape. As time went on, like technology used leather or rubber for the lower quality ones. In this speech, I will demonstrate to you how to properly grip and throw a football to make a spiral. I'm credible to speak on this topic because I grew up playing football my whole life, and going outside and throwing a football is one of my favorite activities to this day. First, I will discuss some of the benefits of being able to throw a football. Second, I will discuss the proper grip and the positioning to get ready to throw the football. And lastly, I will discuss how to go about actual throwing motion of the football. So some of the benefits of being able to throw a football correctly: you go outside, you need minimal equipment, you can get a ball for anywhere from 15 to, they get expensive, up to $80, but different sizes, whatever fits for you. Go outside and release some stress, get a nice workout in without even knowing it. According to the National Wildlife Federation, going outside and just being around grass and trees and playing outside for minimal amount of time a day can increase your distance vision. And also going outside and just throwing a ball around with some people can enhance social interactions and just be a great way to kind of get your mind off things and have some fun. Now that I've discussed some of the benefits of being able to throw a football, I'm going to discuss the proper grip and positioning to be able to throw a spiral. So the grip of a football is essential to being able to throw a spiral, and there's a standard way of holding it, but there's no standard way to necessarily place your fingers on the laces, which are used to get a grip to make a spiral. So Peyton Manning and Eli Manning are both professional quarterbacks. They are known for having there's one finger on the second lace and their other finger on the fifth lace. Their hands are way bigger than mine, so for me, I like one finger right there and the other one barely goes on just because I have smaller hands. And the rest of the fingers are kind of like digging into the football with the thumb wrapped around the other side. You see here, I have a firm grip on it, but I'm not holding it as tight as I can. You want a little space right here. So I have my grip on the football right there, and I have a little space right there. And before you begin to throw, you have your grip, and you also want to have your knees bent, and you hold the ball at a chest level. So once you have your grip and you have your knees bent, you're in a position to get ready to make a throw. So now that I've discussed the proper grip and positioning, I'm going to discuss the proper throw motion to make a football spiral. So now that you have your grip and your knees bent, you're in a position to make a throw. So the first step from here would be a step and a release right here. So have firm knees bent and weight on my back foot. And according to Drew Brees, who is known as one of the best passers of all time, he's an undersized guy, but he can throw the ball as far as anyone because he states that the proper way to throw a football is transferring the energy all the way from your feet to the last finger that touches the ball. So you want to have a ball right here, knees bent, and you release right here. The ball point should be faced behind your head. You don't go all the way down and around, unlike throwing a baseball. You go right behind the head like that, point right there, and slightly above the shoulder. And the next part of throwing a football is the crucial point to make a spiral. And so, as you can see, I'm right here, separate, step, and Peyton Manning, who is probably the greatest, if debatably, is known as one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, and he breaks it down into 3 simple steps that I saw in a commercial when I was a kid, and I remembered it ever since. So you can see I'll step forward like as if I was throwing to Alan, which I will in a second. Knees bent, elbow above the shoulder, got the grip, and Peyton Manning breaks it down like this. You take the wipe the windshield with the lead arm, elbow your brother, and then flick the booger. What he means by that is when you go like that, and that motion of taking your elbow is what drives the power from your hips all the way to the release of the ball. So I'm right here, and then elbow your brother as you go to throw it. And what he means by flick the booger is I'll do it without the ball. The last finger on the ball is the pointer finger, and it goes like that. So it basically creates the spiral. So that's what you think about when you're throwing the ball, is that that's the last finger that touches it. So I'll put it all together here. I'll throw a pass to Alan. Knees bent, do the steps, and could have been a little better, but that's basically how Yeah, there you go. That was a perfect spot right there. So, in conclusion, throwing a football can be broken down into easy steps to remember. And the purpose of this speech was to demonstrate to you all how to properly grip and throw a football. First, I discussed some of the benefits of being able to throw a football. Second, I discussed the grip and the position you want to be in. And then lastly, I discussed the actual throwing motion and release of the football. So now that I've demonstrated the steps of how to grip and throw a football to you, hopefully if you want to go outside, break a sweat, or just get away from studying, grab a ball and some friends, and go have a good time. Thank you.